trying to get a blunt started on this Monday afternoon. How was that?
It could have been shorter. Welcome to the 4th episode.
Oh my god.
Of Who Got the Gas?
Freaking gas.
Man, so today we are missing one person.
We are a duo.
Welcome
Instead
to the
of a
duo
trio.
episode right now.
We're depressed about it, obviously.
Like, fuck. But I am LSP, Lumpy Space Princess.
And I am Finn.
And we are... No.
We are missing one person.
Okay.
That's what we are.
And
But yeah, so we are only doing this because we feel like it's important to stay on top of our goal and our mission, and not because it's like everything has to be in a rush, but because we feel like it's easy to get off track, especially when we do have so many moving components of our lives. So we kind of made an early pact to be like, hey, if one person can't join, like, I think we should still do it no matter what. And it wasn't even any shade to one particular person, because we all have days and times where we're like, hey, I'm tired, or hey, I thought I could make it and I can't, or whatever, I don't have a ride and I know, whatever. So
outside forces can indeed infect things.
and it's almost like life can happen.
Oh my god.
God forbid.
Life? What? We're not in our own worlds?
Oh my god, wow. External forces? I don't control everything?
What?
What do you mean?
My goodness. Sorry,
So-
when you're talking to a Capricorn and a Leo.
Don't expose me like that. Woo!
Oh shit.
Right,
But
right.
just to give a little fun fact for today, if you need something to calm you down, something to relax you after a long day, you get some weed, look for Marceline. She's got your back. She'll chill you out, give you a little mellow sedative high. Sit down, watch some TV, kick back, eat some food.
Sorry, I do think someone is... Pause it.
Indeed. External fucking forces.
Because not a lawnmower coming over.
Right.
We decided to switch it up today since we didn't have all three. And we decided to film outside and have a natural
Yeah. Do something
OG
a little
smoke
different.
session. Yeah. But, you were talking about terpenes too.
Oh, yes. The terpene. Terpene of the day. Fuck. Let's do it live. Marceline.
Yes.
It's on Instagram, but I'll tell you about it here. So I just was giving a little rundown. It's like a little sedative, mellow high. It calms you down body-wise. What's going on? Hello.
We are finally back.
Yeah, so they never stopped. So we
Yeah.
just came inside. Today, the topic is smoking alone. And
Yeah.
I know plenty of you out there smoke alone. It didn't probably start out that way. I know I didn't.
Mhm.
But eventually, we all hit a bowl or bong. Or
It
joint.
happened. It all happened. And it happened. I'm sure when it happened, you were like, damn, this happened so fast.
Mhm.
How do we get here? I think it's a universal experience. It's like you go from with one person or your group, and then next thing you know, you're like, damn, your homie said he was going to come through, and then you can't, but you're still in the mood, so
Right.
shit.
Let's talk about that. Your first experience smoking alone. Like, not like first. Let's talk about when you were...
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say here?
No, but
No?
I
Oh,
can
it's
tell
okay.
you, I think
No,
I have a slight idea, I think.
I'm just saying when you felt comfortable smoking alone.
Comfortable. Okay. The very first time I smoked alone
Really?
was the time. The very first time I got a dab pen from my friend in high school.
Oh, shit.
Yes. I've had really good friends my whole life. I'm very blessed.
Period.
But so my senior year, she got me a dab pen for Christmas. Best Christmas gift ever. You know, the very first time you taste a dab pen and you've never had wax before, it's that very special taste to it. So there's that, and then also the fact that I was in my room doing it while everyone else was asleep. It just felt like I was the ruler. I was the man of the house. So I liked that feeling. I feel like smoking alone gives you that feeling, like man of the house core.
Okay. I don't think it was like that for me. For me,
Sorry.
it was just like when I started getting weed myself, and I was like, well, I kind of don't want to weed for my friends now, so I might just smoke by myself. And I started with bowls, so I would hit the bowl and do all that, and then it would just be like, oh shit, and I'll put on like a little TV show and just watch that and be fucking faded as hell. You're like, damn, this is nice. And I would have to fucking put the towel under my door, bitch, you know, that kind of vibe. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it was a time. It was a time, but I don't know. Smoking alone just brought me so much comfort. It just like, oh, it was like a blanket. Getting a blanket, sipping some cocoa, and watching your favorite movie. That's what it felt like.
that's real. Strange, eh?
Indeed. That made me think about a dream I had last night, but then I can't remember my dream. But I know I dreamt.
That's real. I have a lot of dreams that I thought that I had. I think we're fried today.
Oh, bitch, what?
I think we are really fried today. Like,
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like, honestly, as you go older, in your stoner journey, smoking alone is the best. It's nothing like
it. Just brings that peace of mind.
Yeah. You need that. Like, now I see why cigarette smokers, they just step out. Okay.
Just, you
know. Give me two. Okay?
Sometimes not even the whole thing. It's just a moment of peace.
Just let me smack that bitch. Let me rip it. Now I see why in the movies, like, people used to, like, light it and just
chief
and
those
toss
fuckers.
That shit on the ground.
Chief those fuckers. I would die. I would simply pass away.
But I would be like that too, because I'm like, damn, I know damn well I don't have enough time to hit this whole cigarette, so I'm gonna just chief a big ass thing and then toss it in the snow, just like them motherfuckers in the mob.
You're fried.
You know how the mob people, they would be like, and they would just with the foot.
Oh yeah.
Twist that hoe.
That's some like private detective fuckers that be like with the glasses.
Lips.
We got this case, you see. You know, okay. Yeah. Cheeks sucked in like they're fucking doing the, you know, fish face.
Work.
You're fucking fried.
I am today, guys.
But you know, smoking alone. It just, like we said, it gives that peace of mind, comfort. Just a step away. It's a step away for a second.
It is.
So let's talk about our experiences smoking alone. Your first experience smoking alone. What was that like? What was that like?
Oh man, my first experience smoking alone. That was high school. I think my friend. She gifted me a dab pen for Christmas. So it was Christmas break, and I was in my room, fried, smacking, chiefing the fork out of that thing. That's when it used to take me. I think that cart took me 2 months to finish. Oh my god, I miss those days.
Damn.
Literally, damn. Do you know how much money? There would be days where I would come home and I forgot I even had it, and then I would just remember like a week later, and I would get fried for a whole week.
That's the best, to be honest.
Dude, literally. I wish that things could be like that. It's all about that mindful consumption. It turns into, oh wow, consumption, and then next thing you know, it's mindful consumption. Like, how did we get here? But yeah. When was your first time smoking alone?
My first time, I think this was like just got out of high school vibes, and sorry y'all. And I had just bought some weed from this girl that I knew. I knew this girl whose sister sold weed, and I bought from her. And she sold, I swear, I don't remember if this was an eighth for $80 or a quarter for $80. It might have been a quarter for $80.
Absolutely not.
I was like, but I still got that shit. And it was Gorilla Glue. It was my first time. I didn't know where else to get it.
Weed used to be so good, like, back in the day.
I rolled a blunt with that. It was a terrible blunt.
Okay.
But it smoked. That's what mattered. Fucking getting a taste of, the green apple shells and shit like that. Jesus Christ. I'm a little less on the flavors now, but yikes. Anyways.
Yeah. I'm proud of you for not doing that anymore.
But yeah, so I would go outside at night, sit down in my driveway and just smoke. Look up. I'm like, damn, I'm hungry. And then I would go back in, get a snack.
Do it again.
I would watch TV at that point.
Oh.
Yeah, and then go to bed.
That's real.
Yeah.
Then do it again.
Yes, indeed.
That's real. I feel like it starts, like I said, smoking alone, it kind of helps with the mindful consumption. When you're constantly smoking in a group, it's easy to just keep smoking and smoking, and even when you are smoking alone, it's easy to just keep toking and toking and toking.
Yeah.
But it's much easier, in my opinion and in my experiences, to like recognize my actions if I'm by myself versus if I'm in a group. It's more likely for me to like think about what everyone else around me is doing, and I feel like that's not even beneficial in itself when it comes to consumption. So yeah, it has its pros and cons.
I feel that. Lately when I smoke now, like by myself, I'll hit the blunt a few times and I'll be like, oh shit, I'm actually good. I can put it down. And like I'll just put it down and I'll watch TV. And then like a few hours later, I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready.
Right.
I think I can dabble back in. She won't fuck me up this time.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
Me
so
saying right, but I totally don't do that.
You're fine. It's okay. You do it with the pen.
It's different.
Yeah.
But yeah, even then with my pen, like some days I'm like, and most days, like when I wake up, I need to chief my pen. Like before I eat, chief. Before I go to sleep, chief. Like there's certain times I just need to chief that hoe. And that's when I'm like mindfulness, as the girlies would like to say. I feel like we're whispering today because of our microphone situation, but
listen, the environment right now is just not ideal for recording, but we're doing it anyway.
Yeah, we have to do what we have to do.
So we did not start this off with a little fun fact, so I'll give you one.
I was thinking we could just use the other one because it was really good.
Oh,
we could just
then let me shut the fuck up. We're gonna keep going. I don't know. Smoking alone for me has changed over the years now, because now I need to. It's become like not a tradition, but a ritual for my after work things or in the morning things.
Yep.
But during the day, I try to at least try not to smoke as much because I just don't want to smoke all my weed now. Like I'm really starting to see now. I used to smoke a lot. But now I think I've calmed down a bit, and that makes me proud of myself. So.
Same. I think it's kind of like just like that control aspect of like when you feel like you don't have any, you start to freak out, and then you do get it, and it's like that poor mindset of like, oh, thank God I have it, and you don't even realize how much you used when you got excited about re-upping. And that's how the saga and cycle continues for real. So, but yeah, it's until you have that random day that you're like, you know what, I want to preserve my financial investments.
Investment stability, like life.
Yeah.
You know, money is a big thing in this world. Capitalism, USA, rah rah rah. Sorry, I'm just so. Anyways, I was about to say something. Oh, now my tradition for smoking is like I like to take a shower. I like for my space to feel a little clean and just like put something on the telly. You know, be a moment of peace for me. I keep saying that, but it's just so real. It's just so real.
Yeah, I feel like, but what is it like? How do you show up? I feel like before you consume alone versus after.
I feel like I'm pretty much the same. I would say I'm more relaxed, but I can still talk to people. I can still hold a conversation, and not everything has to be about weed, so I can talk about other things.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that. I feel like showing up is like not being not stupid, but just unaware of how high you are and what your limits are.
Yes. I feel like, to be blatant and transparent, there was time where I was smoking alone and I was like kind of testing my limits every night when I would come home from work. This was during COVID. I was a server, and that in itself was just hilarious because we weren't allowed to come into restaurants, and I'm a server, so no money. But somehow, some way, I was making enough. It was really weird. I was making like just enough and some change to get me a little eighth. And I remember, like I said, just testing my limits. And I remember like smoking so much that like my forehead would start hurting and like not hurting, but like tingling. It almost hurt. And I was just like, ooh, like I'm not gonna cap. The first time I was like, I want to do it again. And then the second time I was like, okay, wait. Put it down.
Yeah. Let her rest. Give her a moment to breathe.
Give it a moment.
No, there's definitely been moments where I've smoked and I've gotten headaches, and I'm just like, whoa, maybe let's get some water. Let's take a break. Let's watch a little something, distract ourselves, and see how we feel. Usually that works. Sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, sometimes I still hit the blunt. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. I'm not even gonna front.
Because what the fuck are we lying for? That's real.
But yeah. So monitor yourselves. Like, you can test yourself all you want. It's your body. Do what you want. But
I
moderation.
think that we should come up with a documentation thing through the we just came up with that. Yes, we are gonna come up with a weed journal to document your consumption for fun. I think that'll be so fun. Cause
like when you smoke,
yeah,
or like thoughts when smoking.
Both, like type of like, did you smoke alone today or with friends? How many times did you smoke today, with alone or with friends? And how did you feel both times? Or whatever, however many times, and how do you think? How did you feel before the sesh, during and after the sesh? How do you feel about your financial future? Because I know for me, a lot of times after I smoke a blunt, even if it's not my money, I think about just like randomly. I think about money. I think about how much money we probably all spent tonight, and the shit that we all have to deal with once the sesh is over. Like we all have to go to work, and we have class, and we have whatever. Some of us even have kids, so it's very like, I don't know, maybe just having very like mindful and interactive journaling, kind of like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid shit. Do you remember that?
That's okay. Yeah.
I think we would slay that.
Yeah, I've been wanting to journal more anyway, so.
Yeah.
Gosh, I feel like I'm not enunciating. I'm so sorry.
You're slaying. That's what you're doing.
Oh, well, I always slay.
Exactly.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. But I think that's a great idea. I'm down to do it. We got to get Marceline involved. Let them know what's going on.
Sorry, she's not here, so I'm just talking.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of all I have for smoking alone. I would say really just make sure also your emotional state. Just do a check-in every once in a while. A lot of different weeds make us feel different ways. So sit with that for a second. Maybe you guys join us in the journaling. Why not? And leave some in the comments if you feel comfortable. Just like I smoked today and I felt this, or this thought was hilarious and just wanted to share. That kind of vibe. We're open to hearing from you guys in the comments. Some more engagement kind of thing,
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not even paying attention. I'm looking to make sure we're not stealing someone else's idea, and we're good.
Even if it was, it would be done different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you should definitely evaluate how you feel, like you said. And like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this. Start being super self-aware of how you feel when you smoke alone versus when you're smoking with other people.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing how you show up in those groups. I feel like obviously you're going to know how to read the room and show up a certain way depending on what group you're smoking with, but I do think that sometimes when weed is involved, there's some things that we all do culturally, it's kind of like I don't want to start judging people, but it's kind of like weed is a chill environment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
So
I
I
see what
feel
you're
like
saying.
sometimes things might not always get talked about during a sesh that
Yeah, sometimes the session isn't meant to get that deep.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes the sesh begin deep.
Listen, when you're with your good friends, of course they're gonna get deep. You
Mm-hmm.
know. Well, maybe
Yeah,
not all of them,
but I'm
but
saying like to relate it back to yourself, like same there too.
yeah.
You don't always have to like read into every thought when you're high alone.
Yes, I've learned that as well.
That takes a long time to like realize, because I feel like especially when you're a young stoner, like a newbie stoner, you realize that like you kind of you're a lot more prolific when you're high. So then you start to think that like 80% of what you think when you're high is like the end all be all truth, and
Yeah.
it's just really not.
Some revelations ain't revelations, y'all.
It's not for you.
You just high.
Yeah, you're just fucked up. Like
Yeah,
your mind is
it's
just
okay.
altered.
Just take a deep breath. Drink some water.
And that's why I was sort of talking about, like, the connections to talking about why you feel what you feel, because, or like evaluating what you feel, because it's kind of, weed, in my opinion, can be very reminiscent of shrooms sometimes, where it's like if you go into your high with a certain emotion, it can kind of
It'll
linger
carry
there.
over.
But sometimes, for the most part, though, in my experiences, the weed makes it go away, but it comes back as soon as you're not high anymore.
Yeah.
So, it's the only shitty part. That's why you gotta make sure. Also, like self-care regimes while high for smoking alone. I feel like if you are gonna smoke alone, there's obviously gonna be different types of like things different types of consumption. Not yes methods, but like consumption reasons for smoking alone. Like obviously the purpose is because you need to relax or whatever, but need relief from something. But you might be smoking alone at work. You might be smoking alone, outside of someone's house, that you're visiting because they don't smoke, and you're the only one who smokes there. And, whatever. You might be hitting your pen on a road trip and you're on the back seat.
Yeah.
You never know. So I feel like just monitoring yourself.
Different situations, different moments, different times.
Mm-hmm.
Just check in.
Yeah, like, or if you're alone in those moments and the first thing you do is grab your pen or be like, I need a roulette. It's like, oh, girl, okay.
No.
We might need a journal. A little bit.
A little, wait a minute. Why are we doing this right now?
Yeah, let's get settled in first.
Mm-hmm. But listen, I know there have been moments where I came home and rolled straight up.
No, I feel
still
that.
My work clothes on and everything.
I was gonna say, wait, why am I like about to disagree with myself? Because there's been times, and there is times where you have worked your hard, you've earned that smoke. Okay, You take your booty home, don't do nothing but roll,
and it hits more sometimes when that happens. It's just like, oh yeah,
because you earn that shit, like.
Yeah. That's honestly all I have for
I know. I was like,
episode.
I feel like we're pretty short today, so guys, we just wanted to holler at you guys. We wanted to let you know we still rock with you, and that we're gonna try our best to stay consistent with you guys.
But be looking out for that, and be looking out for episode 5.
Period. I can't believe it.
Wow.
Every 2 months is like once a month, so it's every 2 weeks, or twice a month.
Yeah, twice a month.
It's really like time flies. Okay. Bye, guys.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Who Got the Gas, a podcast. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Want to see us in person? We'll be at Puff and Stuff for our very first live podcast on Saturday, December 7th from 2 p to 4 p. We'll have games, merch, prizes, and more. See you there.